And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. AWA continues its climb to Option A, and we are almost at the summit. The final episode of AWA TV before Option A. We'll see the final 3 spots of the AWA Option A ladder match filled, as all other matches have been signed and set in stone. The Option A ladder match so far containing Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Axiom, and Shinsuke Nakamura will all be present in that match. Tonight, qualifying matches, the final 3. Rey Mysterio and Jimmy Uso to kick us off. Roman Reigns one-on-one with Ludwig Kaiser. And finally, the final qualifying match, Dirty Dominic Mysterio and Montez Ford, also for Option A. The United States title is on the line as Eddie Guerrero goes one-on-one with Braun Breaker. Now keep in mind, the winner of that match will have to defend the United States Championship in the main event of Episode 8 against AJ Styles. The AWA Tag Team titles are on the line as the Wyatt Six, Eric Rowan and Dexter Lumis, defend against the Bloodlines, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. The AWA Women's World Championship is up for grabs as Cora Jade, who will be in action later on tonight, goes one-on-one against Selena Vega. Defending her Women's Championship is Cora Jade. Inside of a steel cage, Wade Barrett one-on-one with Solo Sikoa. Wade Barrett and Solo Sikoa got into a huge brawl following Solo's victory on the last episode. I wonder what those two are going to tear each other apart. Also, following the pre-match assault that Dusty launched onto his own son, saying it was time to teach him a lesson, Cody Rhodes one-on-one against his father, Dusty. Also, the AWA Intercontinental Championship is on the line tonight as Grayson Waller defends against the Nigerian Prince, Obafemi. The AWA television title is on the line as Sami Zayn, looking to prove that he is a fighting champion, defends again against Drew McIntyre, who was victorious in the main event of Episode 6. However, it was via countout because Sammy would not get back into the ring. Drew wants a rematch. Sammy says it's okay with him, so it's going to happen. AWA TV title, Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre. And finally, or no, not finally, Randy Orton and Austin Theory will do battle. No pinfalls, no countouts, no disqualification, no falls count anywhere. Those two are going to tear each other limb from limb. I feel bad for Austin Theory. And the main event of Option A, the main event is the Option A ladder match. But the AWA title on the line as Gunther defends against the megastar LA Knight with Ludwig Kaiser barred from ringside. Now, Ludwig may be able to get himself into a match on the Option A card if he can defeat the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns later tonight. Also tonight, Shawn Michaels was cost his shot at the Option A ladder match by JD McDonough's music hitting, allowing Finn Balor to pick up the victory. Shawn Michaels out for revenge as he goes one-on-one with JD McDonough later tonight. Alexa Bliss still fuming and steaming due to the defeat she suffered at the hands of Cora Jade when Cora Jade qualified for the six-pack challenge match at Title Torment. The AWA Women's World Champion goes one-on-one with Alexa Bliss tonight as Alexa looks to right that wrong. Wade Barrett looks to build momentum, as does Tama Tonga, going into Option A as Wade Barrett goes one-on-one with the Bloodlines, Tama Tonga. Seth Rollins and Axiom, two men who have already qualified for the Option A ladder match, Both looking to build momentum as they go one-on-one. You sure Nathan Frazier will be in Axiom's corner. Dirty Dominic Mysterio gets the chance to qualify for the Option A ladder match as he goes one-on-one with the Street Profits. Montez Ford also looking to qualify for that Option A ladder match. Austin Theory looks to build himself and his tag team partner Grayson Waller some momentum as he goes one-on-one against Grayson Waller's opponent for the IC title at Option A, the Nigerian Prince, Oba Femi. And Grayson Waller returns the favor for Austin Theory as he goes one-on-one with Austin Theory's opponent for Option A, Randy Orton, in tonight's main event. Sure to be a great card. Let's see if it's going to be Rey Mysterio, the LWO's Rey Mysterio, or Jimmy Uso going to Option A to kick things off tonight. Winner of this match joins Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Axiom, and Shinsuke Nakamura. As the sixth man here on the final episode of TV before Option A.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the AWA from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio!
Just keep in mind that Option A is going to be the episode after this. But also keep in mind is that after Option A, our next PLE is going to be Collision Course. All 6 titles again going to be on the line at Collision Course as the champions then may be on a collision course with the end of their reign.
San Francisco, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, Jimmy Uso!
The Samoan Jimmy Uso of the historic Anoa'i family, former tag team champion with his brother Jimmy in the WWE, or with his brother Jay rather, in the WWE. Former tag team champions in House of Glory as well. Jimmy looks to be the one in the Option A ladder match. Keep in mind, Roman Reigns, as he throws the one in the air, Roman Reigns could be in that match if Roman can knock off Ludwig Kaiser tonight later on. You've seen Rey Mysterio, you see Jimmy Uso, the winner again. Qualifies for the 8-man over the top rope, or no, the 8-man ladder match for the Option A briefcase. Cover here now by Mysterio, roll back, kick out at 1, roll back to Mysterio now with his shoulders. Now Uso's shoulders on the mat, and now the Option A briefcase can be cashed in on whoever the AWA champion is. Anytime, anywhere for up to 6 months following the victory. Springboard Hurricane Rana. Mysterio, former world champion in the WWE. Former Lucha Underground champion, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Mysterio dropping the knees to the nether region. Now a kick to the face. Mysterio in full control of Jimmy Uso. You would think that, honestly, you would have to think somebody as small as Rey Mysterio and as quick as Rey Mysterio is would have to be a favorite going into the Option A ladder match. Now Mysterio cover here by Rey. Is Rey going to Option A? Here's 1, 2, and Jimmy. That former championship caliber from Jimmy Uso, being able to grab the rope, springboard moonsault, missed. Jimmy now really starting to feel it now. Jimmy, shot right to the face of Mysterio. Now Jimmy Uso now. Shots to Mysterio, and now just choking Mysterio out in the corner. Stomp to the back. Mysterio now rolling, getting out of the way of the corner. Smart move by Mysterio. Wow, what a spear, nearly cutting Mysterio in two. Cover here, 2, and a kick out by the ever-resilient Rey Mysterio. Mysterio now standing with Uso to the top rope. Mysterio now reverse throwing Uso off the top rope. Imagine, however, if Rey Mysterio and Dominic both qualify for the missile, there's a missile drop kick there by Mysterio. If both of them qualify for the Option A ladder match. Jimmy now with Mysterio on the top rope. We're going to see a superplex. Jimmy now in full control here of this matchup. Big shot dropping Mysterio to the floor. Mysterio now sweeping the leg of Uso. Mysterio with a springboard to the apron. Now with the dime drop, covered by Mysterio, and a quick kick out at 1 by Jimmy Uso. Both of these men know what's at stake here. The Option A briefcase. And no, a Mexican Destroyer. 1, 2, and another kick out. This time at 2, though. One more, and Jimmy may not be kicking out now. Mysterio with a tadpole splash. Covered by Mysterio. There's 1, 2, and Rey Mysterio is going to Option A.
Here is your winner, Rey Mysterio.
2 men left to qualify. To join Rey Mysterio and the 5 others already qualified in that matchup. Not only are you qualifying for the Option A ladder match, but you're qualifying to main event Option A. So that's a big deal for for someone like Axiom to main event Option A. That's a really big deal. Ladies and gentlemen, now, Shawn Michaels, who was one sweet chin music away from punching his ticket to Option A when all of a sudden the music of J.D. McDonough hit.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
When the music of J.D. McDonough hit, distracting Michaels, allowing Balor to pick up the advantage and the victory and qualify for the 8-man Option A ladder match. Michaels wants revenge, and he says he's gonna get it as he goes one-on-one with the man who he believes cost him that match. J.D. McDonough. You have to wonder if J.D. is going to come out here alone or if he's going to be flanked by Judgment Day brethren. It's going to be a long night for the Judgment Day. Not only do they have this match, but they also have the Dominic Mysterio match later on. to also qualify for the Option A ladder match at Option A. The entirety of the Judgment Day.
And his opponent, representing the Judgment Day, from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 180 pounds, J.D. McDonough.
He's from the same place as Finn Balor? I did not know that. J.D. McDonough. Helping Finn Balor to the victory over Shawn Michaels on the last episode of AWA TV, now has to face the music. Possibly some sweet chin music as he goes one-on-one with Shawn Michaels tonight. One would have to argue that Balor, the de facto leader of the Judgment Day, with Dominic Mysterio, Carlito, Liv Morgan, and J.D. McDonough, who is in action here against Shawn Michaels. Dirty Dominic Mysterio in action later tonight as he goes into a qualifying match for the Option A ladder match. You saw JD there. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. There you see the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. There you see J.D. McDonough. Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor stay on the outside. The other three go into the back, and now Michaels just taking it to McDonough with a side Russian leg sweep to start. Michaels now on the apron right in front of Balor and Mysterio. Springboard cross body. Michaels was one sweet chin music away, and now look at the Judgment Day. Once again, getting involved, distracting Michaels. Shawn needs to not focus on Mysterio and Balor. He needs to focus on the task at hand, which is currently J.D. McDonough, and that's why he just ate a knee to the nose. Covered by McDonough. Kick out at one, rather, by Michaels, following off the distraction by the other members of the Judgment Day. Michaels. All of this was because J.D. McDonough cost Michaels his chance at what he claims is glory. Springboard off the top rope moonsault, covered by McDonough now, and another kick out at just one by HBK. Michaels. Certainly a first ballot, soon-to-be Hall of Famer. And now, look at the Judgment Day involved in the match. Absolutely ridiculous. And now, as you see, Dominic Mysterio has just been ejected from the ringside area. Balor allowed to stay, however. Springboard headbutt, driving the head into the shoulder and chest region of Shawn Michaels. Now to the top rope. Kip up by Michaels, but missile clothesline off the top rope. Springboard DDT, spiking Shawn Michaels. Now doing some damage to the knee of Michaels, trying to take away that sweet chin music, and now going for a cross-face submission maneuver, locking it in, and Michaels getting on the rope. Pulling Michaels away from the rope now, just J.D. McDonough. McDonough looking for a cloverleaf type submission hold on Michaels, doing damage to that surgically repaired back of Shawn Michaels now. And now JD releasing the move. JD measuring Michaels now. JD with the headbutt, pulling Michaels back up. Huge move there by McDonough. 1, 2, what an upset. No. Michaels kicking out now. Forearm to the face, and on the ropes is McDonough. Kick out at 1. The cheat cover is not going to do it. Now Michaels starting to feel it. Knife edge chop. And here we go. Back and forth between McDonough and Michaels. Michaels now dropping McDonough with a huge shot. And once again, Balor getting involved. But also, it's Michaels also, because Michaels should not let that interfere and should not let them distract him. Standing Spanish fly, impressive move there by McDonough. Went for a shot. And now Sweet Chin Music out of nowhere. Cover by Michaels. There's 2. And he kicked out. McDonough kicked out of the Sweet Chin Music. That came out of absolute nowhere. And now McDonough is bleeding. Spring, and now a moonsault. Covered by Michaels. McDonough busted open. 2. And Michaels, following the Judgment Day's interference and everything, Michaels with the victory over the Judgment Day and JD McDonough, following the assault by Dominic Mysterio, the assault by Finn Balor. 1 Sweet Chin Music and a moonsault, and that's all it took. Shawn Michaels victorious over 1 JD McDonough. The AWA Women's World Champion looking to build momentum towards her title defense against Zelina Vega as she goes one-on-one against the woman she beat to qualify for that Fatal 4-Way match, or 6-pack challenge match, where she won that title. Alexa Bliss. Here comes the Women's World Champion.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, the AWA Women's World Champion, Cora Jade.
The Women's World Champion, beating Rhea Ripley, Jada Parker, Liv Morgan, Asuka, and pinning Indy Hartwell to be able to call herself the inaugural AWA Women's World Champion. And the woman she beat to qualify for that match is her opponent here tonight.
And her opponent from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss.
Bliss with Lily. There you see our women's world champion, Cora Jade. There you see her opponent this afternoon, Alexa Bliss, and the bell is sounded. Bliss and Jade one-on-one yet again. Last time they faced, it was Cora Jade with the upset, and Cora Jade moving on to win the AWA Women's World Championship. One would think that if Alexa Bliss were to win here, she would be the number one contender for the Women's World Championship. That honor currently resides with Zelina Vega. Cover here, kick out before one by the champion. Zelina Vega beating Jada Parker, Rhea Ripley. There was one more. It was Jada Parker, Rhea Ripley. I forget the other person. I really do. I apologize. I can't find it in my notes. I know she beat Jada Parker, Dakota Kai. Jada Parker, Rhea Ripley, and Dakota Kai is who Zelina Vega beat to become the number one contender in a fatal four-way match. Alexa Bliss has been in control of the champion. Full control of the champion. Big splash now by Bliss. Bliss has had, the champion has had no offense really in this matchup at all. Not being able to get out of the blocks here has Cora Jade, and now Bliss still. The 5 feet of fury covering the champion. 2 and a kick out by the Women's World Champion, Cora Jade. Just getting stomped out. Bliss now throwing Jade to the floor, and just again, Bliss has been in 100% control of the Women's World Champion, Cora Jade. Now, I spoke too soon. Cora Jade now finally getting a little bit of offense in with a neck breaker onto the knee of Alexa Bliss. Now to the top rope goes Jade. Jade went for a splash and landed on the floor. Ribs first, face first on the floor, and now more damage to the already injured ribs. Alexa Bliss now okay to take a count-out victory. She would be number one contender if she pins the champion. That's a given. And now Bliss at the top rope looking, and now a cross-body connecting to the floor. Just stomping on the back of her head. Knee to the face. The champion is reeling. The champion is in some real trouble here if she doesn't kick it into a higher gear. Cover here by Bliss on the champion. 2, and Bliss with a pinfall victory over the Women's World Champion, who has to defend her title at Option A. Bliss has just knocked off the Women's World Champion in extremely convincing fashion. It is the 7th of 8 qualifying matches for the Option A ladder match. Roman Reigns looks to qualify for the Option A ladder match one-on-one against Imperium's Ludwig Kaiser. Here comes the OTC flanked by his wise man, Paul Heyman. Here comes Roman Reigns. Reigns. $1,313 days as the undisputed WWE champion in the WWE. Imagine the reign he could have if he were to win the AWA championship. Nobody could take that title off of him. There's nobody, but in order for him to get there, he's got to win the Option A ladder match, which means he's got to beat Ludwig Kaiser here tonight. Ludwig Kaiser is sure to be flanked by the AWA champion, Gunther. Ludwig and Gunther were at each other's throats earlier on today, as Gunther thinks it is Ludwig's fault that he now has to defend the AWA championship at Option A against LA Knight, the man who he beat in the finals of the AWA title tournament at Title Torment, in the main event of Title Torment, due to Ludwig's interference. Well, on the next episode of AWA TV following that, it was Ludwig and Knight one-on-one. If Knight won, Gunther had to defend in a rematch against LA Knight with Ludwig banned from ringside, and all it took was one blunt force trauma, and Kaiser was defeated. And now Kaiser looking to keep the belt safe, really, and keep the belt with Imperium. If Kaiser were to win that match, and the first ever recipient of the Option A briefcase, he might time out, as he would not want to go against his mentor, Gunther. Kaiser. Again, the man that Gunther blames for having to defend that championship against Knight at Option A. Gunther, with that beautiful title around his waist, will have to go in alone at Option A. Will Kaiser still have something to do that night as he looks to qualify for the Option A ladder match versus the Tribal Chief, the original Tribal Chief, the OTC, Roman Reigns? Kaiser now the mat technician. Looking with the early advantage now, an arm triangle by the tribal chief. The original tribal chief. Now go behind, now the arm wringer by Kaiser now. Over the head goes Kaiser, and now Reigns in full control of Kaiser. The wise man watching intently. Now a facebuster, jawbreaker rather, by Kaiser to get out of it. Paul Heyman not liking what he sees at the moment. And now the strength contest favoring Kaiser. Not something you expect. Kaiser is deceivably strong for his size and stature. Here in the final episode of AWA TV before Option A. The wise man, Paul Heyman, watching Roman lay the shoulders, and now the boot to Kaiser's throat. Again, the next time we come to you for a PLE following Option A, it will be Collision Course. Cannot wait to see you at Collision Course, but we have to get through Option A first. Who will have the Option A briefcase going into Collision Course? One of these men look to qualify for the match to determine that. Also at Option A, Braun Breaker challenges Eddie Guerrero for the United States title. The steel cage match between Wade Barrett and Solo Sikoa. Father versus son. Cody versus Dusty. Roman now is starting to feel it. Clothesline turning Kaiser inside out. Splash from the second rope. Cover here by Roman. Cover here. 2, and Kaiser out at 2. Also, the AWA Women's World title is on the line as Cora Jade, who was unsuccessful here tonight against Zelina. A Superman punch dropping Kaiser. You could count to 15. Roman Reigns qualifies versus Kaiser.
Here is your winner, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
Reigns qualifying for the men's Option A ladder match. Well, the Option A ladder match. There will not be a women's at this one, unfortunately. Wade Barrett, who will go one-on-one against Solo Sikoa inside of a steel cage at Option A, goes now one-on-one with the man who will team with Tonga Loa to face the Wyatt Six for the tag team titles. Tama Tonga.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 209 pounds,
Tama Tonga, who with his tag team partner Tonga Loa look to capture the AWA World Tag Team titles from the Wyatt Six at Option A. Looks to build momentum for not only his team in that tag team title match, but also Solo Sikoa, as he looks to knock Wade Barrett off his game, which was the task that he has been sent out here with by Solo Sikoa. Tama Tonga. Champion all over the world, from Europe to Japan to the US. Looks to begin his championship hopes along with Tongaloa at Option A. But first, the man who gets locked inside of a steel cage with Solo Sikoa at Option A.
And his opponent, from Preston, England, weighing in at 246 pounds, Wade Barrett!
Wade Barrett, multi-time Intercontinental Champion in WWE. Lost his qualifying match for the 8-man Battle Royal for the TV title to Solo Sikoa following a pre-match assault. Wanted a rematch against Solo due to bloodline interference, got it, lost again, and then wanted another rematch against Solo, on which he was on the receiving end of a post-match assault by Solo Sikoa. Has not been able to knock off a member of the bloodline yet. 2 or 3 matches against Solo Sikoa, 3 losses to Solo Sikoa. Will this night change Wade Barrett's mindset, strategy, and ability to defeat a member of the bloodline? Is to rattle the confidence of Solo Sikoa. Tama Tonga on the outside, or Tongaloa on the outside, rather, liking what he sees. Really wringing the arm, and now into a headlock. Barrett getting reversed now into an arm triangle by Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga now measuring his man. Super neck breaker by Tonga. Now to the top rope goes Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga now with a frog splash. Cover on Barrett. 1, 2, and a kick out by Wade Barrett. Jacob Fatu, if you noticed on the far end of your screen there, he took off the top turnbuckle pad. That was one of the ways Solo Sikoa was able to defeat Wade Barrett. He gave him a snake eyes right on that exposed turnbuckle. Reversal by Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett now in control of Tama Tonga. Has Tonga dropped on the mat. Cover by Barrett. Referee out of position and pulled out of the ring by Tongaloa. The referee was pulled out of the ring by Tongaloa. That was absolutely pitiful. Into the steel steps goes Tama Tonga. Now a count of 5. There will be no countouts inside the steel cage match at option A. Count of 7 now. Count of 8. Back in the ring goes Tama Tonga, and here comes... No! 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 Wade Barrett made it back into the ring, but the referee counted 10 anyways. The referee, with a controversial call, screwing Wade Barrett out of a victory over Tama Tonga. Wow, that is messed up on the referee's part. That was a bad call by the referee, but unfortunately it is finalized. Tama Tonga, the count-out victory over Wade Barrett. There will be no countouts, however, come option A inside of that steel cage, and now it's time. Seth freaking Rollins already qualified for the option A ladder match, as has Axiom. Seth Rollins, the first man to qualify for the men's option A, or for the option A ladder match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking
Rollins. The first man who qualified for the option A ladder match goes up against one of the last men, most recent men to qualify. He qualified last episode. With his tag team partner,
representing from Madrid, Spain, weighing in at 154 pounds, Axiom.
he puts the Axiom in Fraxium, ladies and gentlemen. It is Axiom. Frazier and Axiom lost their qualification bid for the tag team title match at a Title Torment to the Bloodline. Or was it to the Wyatt Six? Let me make sure. It was either... No, it might have been I think it was Street Profits. Yep, they lost to the Street Profits. Lost their tag team title opportunity to the Street Profits. But now Axiom has something to look forward to. If he wins the men's option A ladder match, Axiom could become a world champion, winning the AWA title possibly. Speaking of winning the AWA Championship, it is all the megastar LA Knight has been talking about. Ever since he's gotten the chance to knock off Ludwig Kaiser and earn his opportunity It is all LA Knight has been talking about. Submission hold here by Rollins. Rollins looking to tap out Axiom and is not able to. Axiom now, imagine the upset this would be for Axiom and the catapult. It would be for Axiom if he were to be able to knock off Seth Rollins. Targeting the knee of Seth Rollins, taking out the boot that could stomp Axiom into the mat. Axiom now with incredible balance, drop kick, scraping the face of Seth Rollins. Rollins first debuting with the Shield in the WWE in 2014 alongside I think it was even earlier than that, 2011 or so, alongside Roman Reigns and Jon Moxley or Dean Ambrose or however you want to name him. Whatever you know him as. Seth Rollins with Axiom hooked and connects with a pedigree. Cover onto Axiom. 1, 2, and Seth Rollins with a sudden yet decisive victory over Axiom. Momentum for Rollins has been built, and he has to be one of the favorites going into the Option A ladder match, along with the other men who have already qualified. Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Axiom, who you saw just now get defeated by Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura, Roman Reigns, and Rey Mysterio. One man left to qualify, and that happens right now. Montez Ford of the Street Profits looks to qualify against the son of Rey Mysterio, who has already qualified, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. And here comes yet again. Keep in mind, not only has Dominic's father, Rey, qualified, but so has Finn Balor. What kind of effect would that play into the ladder match between Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio?
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Judgment Day, from San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
JD McDonough, who was unsuccessful earlier tonight in knocking off Shawn Michaels. You see Carlito, Liv Morgan, Finn Balor, who's already qualified by beating Shawn Michaels thanks to the distraction by JD McDonough, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio, who looks to qualify here tonight by defeating the Street Profits. The power of the Judgment Day is one that cannot be underestimated. Montez Ford, in my opinion, should not come out here alone. He should bring Angelo Dawkins, and if not both, at least one Angelo Dawkins or B-Fab, if not both. Following the entrances here, we're going to stop part 1 of AWA TV episode 7. And thank God Montez Ford is bringing Angelo with him. Thank God for him.
And his opponent, accompanied by Angelo Dawkins, representing the Street Profits from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 232 pounds, Montez
Ford looks to be the final man to qualify for the AWA Option A ladder match, where the winner will climb the ladder, retrieve the Option A briefcase, of which it can be cashed in anytime, anywhere, for up to 6 months. There you see Dawkins on the left, Montez on the right. The Profits. Unsuccessful versus the Wyatt Six at Title Tournament for the tag team titles. Montez gets a chance to go single and win singles gold if he can defeat Dominic Mysterio and if he can defeat the 7 other men by climbing the ladder and retrieving the briefcase. There you saw Dominic, there you see Montez Ford. And my friends, we are going to end the episode right here, right before the match officially gets underway, as we will pick back up where we left off on part 2 of episode 7 with AWA TV. Please feel free to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing today. And we will see you on AWA TV episode 7, part 2, the final video before Option A.